So we're heading to Carnahan Courthouse because there's an open carry rally that I think started about 15 minutes ago. And I'm really curious. I've never been to an open carry action or rally before. I'm pretty interested because it aligns with a lot of like shit with the Black Panther Party that I love. So I'm really interested in what we're gonna see here. And it's like literally right outside of the courthouse, which I think is what's most interesting. So we're rolling up to it right now. Even just like walking up to it now, you can already see that the police have set up barricades with caution tape right on the stairs in front of the Carnahan Courthouse.
While standing with these people in St. Louis that were armed, I couldn't help but think of how clear it was that certain parts of Black Lives Matter movement is a continuation of the Black Panther Party, the framework for change that both parties presented, the willingness to show anger, conversations about self-defense, and finally taking this step to actually arm oneself. My family never talked about guns or what it meant for Black people to protect themselves, because in all honesty, they mostly thought that all Black people had to do was get a good job and deal with the world. But maybe 2016 in Charlottesville changed that for a lot of people, my family and myself included. While at this rally, we hope to talk to people with strong opinions about arming themselves. That's how we met Dhoruba Shakur.
So I guess the main question a lot of people might think is why open carry in St. Louis?
Missouri has the most lax gun laws in the country right now. That's one. Two, there's a lot of violent stuff happening in our communities, and we feel that if we arm ourselves, we have the ability to protect our community, and we can be more proactive around these situations instead of reactive.
And I think something that I think a lot is how would you respond to Black folks, people of color, like poor people that would say they don't want to open carry because it makes them more of a target for the police?
My perspective of it is you're already a target, you know, so you might as well have the ability to defend yourself. And from my experience, people who are armed aren't victims of violence too much. Mm-hmm. You know, the fact that you have a firearm, especially when it's open, is more of a deterrent from violent things more than an attractor.
Yeah. Was there a moment that it just kind of clicked where you decided, I need to do this, this is necessary, especially as like a young, like a darker man, mm-hmm. Like what kind of clicked for you that made you decide that this was necessary?
Being mobilized around the Mike Brown movement,
yeah,
and then having multiple police homicides follow that in this area within the same year, standing in the street with a sign or raising my concern wasn't enough.
Yeah,
I felt like we needed to be on the front end of this more so than always reacting on the back end. So I thought arming myself and getting trained and advocating for that was a better route for me, more so than investing all my resources in nonviolent direct action.
Yeah. And so what do you wish more people knew about open carrying and having the right to actually like have a weapon in public? Because people try to show up to actions, they try to intimidate people, they try to scare them. What would you tell people that aren't that educated about open carrying?
That it's 100% allowed. It was actually one of the first laws against emancipated slaves was the right to carry a firearm. Because when you have a firearm, you have the ability to not be oppressed, mm-hmm. and to kind of determine your own destiny. And this country was established through violence and with firearms, you know, so they're definitely effective.
Yeah, I think it's like what? That's why I asked that question. Is I think there's a lot of fear about being targeted, but
but you're already a target. You say something with the wrong tone or do the wrong thing, mm-hmm. and you can fall victim to anything.
Yeah. Like what did my mother always tell me? Always tell the cops, yes sir, no sir, thank you sir. Oh gosh, but thank you for talking to us. I hope I'll see you later.
5:30 or 6:30?
6:30, yeah.